I underestimate them, do I? Well, let me tell you something. I've been working blacks ever since I first took up this land.
Aye, sir, but you're not right out with them the way an overseer is. I mean, I've heard people say it. They said it before. That you're nigger by nature. It's suited to being a slave, but you take my word for it, sir. It isn't true.
Are you trying to tell me that you do not believe in the natural ability of the white man to dominate the black?
That's correct, sir. Slaves aren't born, they're made.
Meaning no offense, Ames. But you yourself told me that you started out as a bound boy in the Tidewater, 7 years servitude.
Aye, bound I was. Driven to the field with a cuff and a curse, same as them. But at the end of 7 years, I was free. Now, you take one of your hands here. 7 years from now, he'll still be black. He'll still be a slave. Because it's fear. And the whip to rub it in, that's what makes a slave.
Now, Brother William, what say you? We're at loggerheads here, Ames and I. We need a third vote to break the deadlock.
Well, I'm not so arrogant as to challenge a man at his own specialty. However, Ames spends more time with blacks than he does with whites. Stands to reason that he knows them very well.
John, I don't mean to intrude, but...
You're not intruding, my love. What is it?
Well, the blacks are inferior to us. They have much less intelligence, and they are incapable of learning all but the most basic of concepts, yes?
Yes, most hold to that, my dear.
Well, then why should we be afraid to teach them? If they are incapable of learning, then how can it be a crime to teach them to read? And if they can be taught to read, then they must be capable of learning. I'm sure I've overlooked something I just don't understand.
Do you know I've seen bears taught to dance, too? But I never thought it a graceful sight. Surely not a natural one.
Then you think they can be taught to read?
Yes, probably in the most rudimentary fashion, but that's where the danger lies. You see, my dear, a slave is ignorant. I mean, he eats and drinks and sleeps and labors and is happy. Now, if we allow him to learn to read, he begins to think and reflect. Then he becomes most unhappy, miserable. No. They've a simple spirit, and I think we serve them best by making our demands of a like nature.
Well said, William. Very well said.
Do you think they have feelings? I mean, like we do.
Well, I think they have needs and hungers and passions, but no, not precisely as we do.
Needs and hungers and passions. My, such talking from a doctor, too.
Well, a doctor's best medicine is an open, honest relationship with his patient, and I was just giving you an honest answer.
Now, that's enough, you two, enough. My brother has a way with children and ladies, and I envy him the gift.
I have some fancy theories. I like to show him life in the raw. Like that hand you bought 4 months back off the slaver, the one you gave Fiddler to break.
Toby, how's he doing, Mr. Ames? Only 2 more months before my birthday.
Well, Fiddler's doing his best. But he's still in chains, if that answers your question.
Still in chains after 4 months? John, that's not usual, is it?
Well, he is not usual, my dear.
No, it's not like when your nigger is born here, knowing only slavery. He's freeborn. That's dangerous. But, you know, he's a smart nigger. Still won't answer to Toby.
You contradict yourself, Ames. He's too slow to learn his own name.
No, Doctor, he knows his own name. It's the new name we gave him he doesn't want to answer to. There's a difference.
I beg your pardon, madam. We didn't mean to disturb, but may we...
Come, but of course, please.
But who are these gentlemen?
Europeans. To be precise, they're Italians. Journalists. They've come here to the South to conduct an inquest. Is that the proper expression? On slavery. Indeed, they seem to be quite shocked.
What is their religion?
They're Catholics, I believe. You are Catholic, are you not?
Yes, Roman Catholic. Well, they shouldn't feel too shocked. After all, their Pope, who's most generous with his excommunications, has yet to excommunicate a traitor in black flesh. Unless they eat it on a Friday.
Excommunication! Catholic priests here in the South, between one Our Father and another Hail Mary, they raise goats and slaves. And I must confess, they know their business. The last 7 males I bought were sold to me by the St. Inigo Jesuits in Maryland. Finest bunch I ever bought.
But why are they here, then?
I could be wrong, but perhaps it's because they too are slaves. You know how Catholics are. Slaves to the fascination of sin.
Perhaps it might be their oppositionist instinct. You know Europeans, ever since the French Revolution, they've been attacking everything.
But, madam, times have changed. Rousseau, Diderot, Voltaire. Now it's Catholics who read the devil's own books. Oh, what would His Holiness in Rome have to say about that?
Please, please, these gentlemen are my guests, and I myself have allowed them to move freely about the house, so they can learn who really are the slaves and masters here. Senator, don't, please. No chicken bones, I beg of you. I've had to take 2 of them to the veterinaries already this week. Well, at this point, I have a suggestion that might enlighten our friends from Italy. All of you at this table are distinguished people, and it would be most illuminating to hear your frank and authoritative views on the subject of slavery. For you know what Europeans say about us, that we have a guilt complex and won't talk about it.
I agree, and I shall speak first. We cannot hide slavery any more than we can hide an erupting volcano, a forest fire, or leprosy. In my own case, it is true that I have freed my slaves because they were stupid, foul-smelling, sad, and bothersome. I'm an aristocrat. I believe in freedom, but not equality. That is my statement. Signed, John Randolph of Roanoke.
I'm Professor Thomas R. Duke. In history, we know that every great civilization was founded on slavery. Let us take the classic examples of Greece and of Rome, from whence you gentlemen come. It's God's and nature's law that man attempt to prevail over his fellow man. Till one becomes the master, one becomes the slave. Let us remember that God is white, and as long as God is white, we will prevail over all other races.
Sorry, Professor. What was that you said?
God is white, and as long as God is white, we shall prevail over all other races.
Beg your pardon, Professor, but with all this confusion, would you mind repeating?
God is white, and as long as God is white, we shall prevail over all other races.
Thank you very much. Any other?
dose of power. In the past few weeks, we've done a great deal of rushing and very little treading. I fear the angels won't let us get away with it for much longer.
Well, the angels have always been a rather understanding lot, Finn. But I take your point. I argue I think that Shark is a believer. Like most great men. The empire that he's built was in his imagination before it became a reality. Well, you've saved his skin, old boy. So now let's deal with his imagination.
What is this marking used for?
It is used to transmit feelings, ideas, over great distances.
I have messengers for that.
But this ensures that what you say here is heard there in exactly your words.
Uthi uma ungilandela umbuyazi ngimfuna la ngokukhulu ukushesha.
Writing is also a way of storing ideas, so that what you say today may be heard generations from now. It is a form of immortality.
Who was he?
A king.
Georgie.
Oh, no, that's not George. That is the King of Kings. That's Christ.
Was Christ greater than Georgie?
He's greater than George. He's greater than Shaka.
This death, hanging from a tree near weeping old women, is not worthy of a king.
No, it's not.
How did he come to die?
He was betrayed by those that he loved the most.
Yes. It is a mistake to love, especially for a king. Why are you ever silent? Are you afraid? Do you bow down before this dead King Christ?
No. Christ is not my king.
Ah. You have doubts that Christ is the King of all kings.
Yes, Nkosi, I have my doubts.
So you two belong to different tribes?
Yes.
And King Jesus came from your tribe?
Not from my tribe. From his tribe.
The way ways of you whites are a dark mystery. Those warriors near the tree with Ikwas, were they part of his regiments?
No, he had no regiments. Only 12 men, unarmed.
Yet you call him King of Kings, greater than Shaga.
Yebo, Nkosi.
Why?
Look at his lips. They're moving. He's saying, "Forgive them, Baba, for they know not what they do."
Forgive. How can anyone expect to rule with such a foolish strategy?
Many are of the same opinion.
And what does my brother George think?
George, his people, his country, people all over the world, they worship that king as the divine sovereign sent by the ancestors to bring peace.
But, Nkosi, I know very well that King Jesus had great power.
Well, whether my friend Zacharias or you know it or not, Christ is the Lord of the whites. He is the Lord of the Zulus. He is the Lord of all men. He is the Son of the heavens.
Do you derive your powers from him?
He is power. With Christ in your heart, you're stronger than all the regiments on earth.
If Christ is power, why did he not save himself?
Christ had to die so that the heavens would pass that power on to me. The youth they've given me is proof that I've inherited that power. Heavens belong to Zul, and Shaga is their son. If the swallows wish to be my friends, they must remember that in this land, there is only one Nkosi Amakhosi, only one King of Kings. Shaga.
That is a gift from the swallows. He who believes in me and is baptized will be saved. He who does not believe in me will be condemned. He who is not with him is against him.
The prophecy of love. The prophecy frequency of hate. Surprisingly alike, with me or against me. I'm beginning to realize that Georgie himself has little to do with my embassy to your kingdom. If your people truly believe in Christ, it is with him that I must ultimately negotiate. And I understand him well. We are both tyrants in our own ways. So either your King of Kings serves me, or I him. I see no room for compromise.
Well, perhaps by serving Christ, you are indeed serving yourself. By being true to him, you may be safeguarding the truth of your own nature. The way of peace and cozy. Greatly to be preferred.
You and your people believe that?
Oh, yes, Papa, we do.
Then why did you hang it from a tree?
There are many things not easily explained.
That's why tyrants are necessary in Buyanzi.
There is nothing more I can do, Papa.
No!
The end of Okazi is beyond my medicine.
No!
No. Can't be. No. Machima, Machima. Save her! Bring my mother back to life!
Oh, I cannot, Papa.
Your Christ did.
He was the King of Kings.
She is the Queen of Queens. The great female elephant. The mother of Shaga. Resurrect her!
I have told you, Baba, I cannot! The mother is dead. And there is nothing that anyone can do to change that.
Is that so, Sitai?
Yebo, Baba. It is so.
promises of my people are as veiled as those of the swallows. There is no truth. There is no truth. There is no truth except the reality of your death, Mother. But you will not die alone, Mother. The promises of life, promises of youth. They shall die with you, Mother. They shall die with you.
Dabazit.
Dabazit. It is I, Febana.
Tell me, Febana, how do you trap a monkey?
Well, a gourd is used with a narrow neck. Bait is dropped into the gourd. A piece of fruit or something shiny. The monkey puts his hand down into the neck of the gourd. And then he grabs the bait. And then he's trapped. Because he can't get his fist out.
Once he realizes he is trapped, why doesn't the monkey let go of the bait?
Because his greed
makes him blind.
And what is he greedy for? Febana.
I suppose what he thinks he cannot have.
And what new baits have you brought, Febana? Bring it here for this monkey to see. Something shiny, like the freshness of youth, of life, of the past. Bait your God again, Febana. My heart yearns for something shiny.
And Cozy, that yearning, which has brought about everything that has happened, was as much your fault as it is mine. But hating my people is not the solution. We must search for another. Together.
Together? No, Febana. You've proved that you are never with me. You're a man with no nation. You're a shadow. Go. I have no need for you anymore.
Go? Go? Where? Where can I go?
Where I have been.
Puma!
Mariette. Tabasita.
Bapi pitonga be pilonila. Ya kwemi ya kipiloma. Gide gulama ya koma. Chindano nga timoni ngowale. Hindegbi otelo jitingi leini. Yemia go ke follow atogima hindagbi. B. Ta jama anunga tabao. Atima vele. Ta denga vingiwe. Ajia boyeya. dao ya. Tigi hua dema we. Tigi ili bi. Nyamuge. Be. Omu avoi. Bomu pieni. Nagbi pie. Tingi wa alofa. Ilongo bito se atigi wa.
Nyamba. Tenoji.
Tole. Yak boyole. Tingi wa me boylo. Boyjima.
Confite al omnipotenti, beate Maria sempre Vergine.
Tiliangie. Kui hun. Tibembe kule hun si amu apie.
Beato Ioanni Baptiste.
Tatoa ha. Ke. Boylo. Kununga ayama.
Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa.
Tiepe.
Ideo prego beata Maria sempre Vergine.
Ke ilenga gilego hun.
Beato Ioanni Baptista. Sanctos Apostolos Petrum et Paulum, omnes sanctos et vos fratres, orare pro me ad Domino Deum nostro, confiteor Deum.
Mimia.
Beate Maria
Pia fea lina. Jibaha.
Arcangelo, Beato Ioanni Baptiste, Sanctis Apostolos
Timua.
Petrum et Paulum, omnibus sanctis et vobis fratres, qui peccavimus cogitationem.
Nyamunyo.
Guilty. We all know I'm guilty. I went to that church in Charleston, and I did it. There wasn't even 9 people there. Are you guys lying to me? Oh, it makes me feel bad. Just went, everybody knew it. Everybody did. I just finally decided I had to do it. Somebody had to do something. Because, you know, black people are killing white people every day on the
Christianity is one of the real causes of most of the condition that black people in this country are confronted with. It's the religious concept that Christianity has given Negroes in this country that makes us almost incapable of solving our own problems. The black man in this country has a different religious concept when he's a Christian than the white man has. If you notice, the black man is the only one who will turn the other cheek to his enemy, or who will love his enemy, or who will pray for those who despitefully use him, just because he thinks that's what Jesus wants him to do. Now, the white man preaches the same thing, but he doesn't practice it.